Welcome back, everybody, to the NXL Windy City Major here at Gaelic Park outside Chicago, Illinois. We are here in the fifth stop of the NXL event so far. I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, joined here by Mike Jeffrey, amazing paintball mastermind, as we are starting to go into this next match against Arsenal and TCP Machine. Great set of action coming up here. We also have Killers and Noobies as well. So as you can see on the screen right now, TCP Machine's going to be in the real dark black jerseys there with 27 on them. And then Arsenal is going to be in their traditional plaid red that they wear. So great match set up so far. TCP, tough spot right now. They need to get a big win here. Arsenal really in the driver's seat. If they win this one too, Sunday contention for them. So
and they shoot the TCP snake player off the break, and they blast up another TCP player trying to get into the Dorito side wedge. Arsenal in control, especially with TCP's back center player doing gun surgery. His air is sputtering. It's a really bad situation for them. They lose their Dorito side player. So Arsenal looks like it's going to take a quick, dominant first point unless one of these TCP players, presumably the one with the working gun, can pull off a miracle.
Oh, he just got dinked out too. Towel. Yes, that's
them. You know, they did their buddy a favor by blowing the towel when he can't even defend himself with a gun that's down.
Arsenal making it look easy on the first point now. Again, and you know, what we have going on right now is with Arsenal and TCP. TCP has been kind of the comeback situation every single match. Unfortunately, they are going to be in dead last in their bracket, so they're just really trying to fight this one out for pride and not go home on a loss.
Well, yeah, and it's obviously not the event they were hoping to have, but if you can end it with a victory, you're still going to come out of there with their heads high. Meanwhile, Killers and Noobies both have played pretty well out here. I think it might be the winner of this game makes it on and the loser gets eliminated. Yes. No, wait.
Yes.
No, I think Noobies need a win. A tie goes to point margin. Both these teams are out here trying to win a match against a solid team.
Yeah, so Killers are 2-0-1 right now. Noobies are 2-1. So if Killers get this win, they are going to lock down their spot. Now, if Killers lose though and Noobies win, it does put their points margin pretty close. So this is the match that probably decides in their bracket who goes on. Chicago Distortion has the number 1 seed in that bracket, so they will move on to Sunday. So
win and you're in for both these teams right here, playing for Sunday, ball right here. So expect a really hard-fought, methodical game. I'm sure they're both aware of the situation. Killers in the Dorito 1, shooting the cross, trying to keep the Noobies out of the snake. Really rolling guns. This is what Sunday Paintball is going to look like right here, folks. Both towers on the inside to prevent movement.
And we have seen quite a different game plan, though, for the Killers from yesterday, as Killers were sending Seabass into the snake early and often. Haven't really seen much of that today.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because I thought Seabass played pretty well yesterday. I haven't seen a ton of him today. He is fast and small and was having great success running out to that snake corner. Maybe he said something inappropriate in the team meeting last night.
That sounds like something he would do, as you know him pretty well.
No, he's a sweet guy. I can't imagine it, but you never know.
All right.
The Killers Noobies rolling their guns with both those towers. They're really playing that Northeast 7-man style of paintball right now. Mike Mason, the Dorito 1. No one looking like they're in a big hurry to move for either team right here. The longer the first point goes, the more significant it becomes.
Yes, and if you're just now tuning in, thank you so much. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to take this match, Noobies or Killers? As there's Sunday implications here. Win and go in.
Kurt's the Heart of Darkness in the Dorito 3 for Noobies on the wrap over here. He's looking at a Killers player in the small Dorito who can keep him in check on the wire. Not sure who that is. Number 22 for the Killers. That's Jackson Blue. They call him Jit over there on the inside. Ooh, looks like he might have caught one, but maybe not. He's got the Dorito 1 player with him, so the Killers set up all right on the Dorito side. No one wide on the snake side for either team.
Yeah, Kurt's staying real low in that bunker there, trying not to get the blind shot over the wing. He wants to get the cross shot. Unfortunately, not able to get it as he is gun battling down his wire, though.
Kurtz is the only one with any forward progression. As I say that, the Killers move into the Dorito side wing, and Noobies move into the 50 Dorito brick. And so the longer this point goes, now all these players are getting down to their last pot or two. So you're going to hear the guns quiet down. It's still 5-on-5. Really great point out here. I love to see this team ball, good communication. Nobody has come off the field yet, and we're coming in on 3 minutes on this point.
Yeah, and right now,
Noobies with positional advantage. They're in the Dorito wing, the Dorito brick, and also the Dorito 3. Or no, actually they're in the 50 wing. That's Colonel Kurtz, Heart of Darkness, looking down the wire at the small Dorito player.
And number 21, Cole here in the wing for Killers. Moving over to the Dorito side wing. Oh, he gets a kill. Great job on the transition.
But
he gets shot out, though.
I love this. This is great paintball. Trades with the brick. 4-on-4 situation now. Noobies with the advantage on the Dorito side. No forward progression on the Snake side for either team. I think it's just the Killers Snake can player over here. That's kind of a tough assignment. The Noobies player in the Snake Tower is playing heads up. I think he wants to jump across. Another player coming off the Killers Dorito side. So I think it's a 4-on-3 advantage. Someone trying to come through and catch Kurtz. I think they trade. They do. So the Noobies, I believe, have 3 alive to the Killers 0.
They're pushing up right now.
I don't think there's anyone alive for the Killers. There's not. You get a quick towel because that was a long point. 3 minutes and 48 seconds long.
Trying to see who this was for the Noobies with the nice little jump shot there at the very end. That's going to be, see if I can see the back of this. There's number 20, Shoemaker there.
We're watching Mike Mesa walk off here after a long point. Great communication and poise from Mesa, who's been the real closer out there, often the last guy alive for the Noobies.
Yeah, so coming back on the field now is going to be...
There's a lot to discuss after those long points because there are moments where no matter where you are, you lose track of what's happening on the other side of the field. So you get in together after that point and piece together exactly what happened, recreate it, and understand, figure out what you can tighten up.
You know what? And that's a phenomenal point. That some of the differences you'll see between divisional teams and semi-pro teams here is divisional teams will win and they don't talk about it. Semi-pro teams, even after they win a point big, they're still talking about little things that could be better, right? It's just that next level of communication.
One guy's going to say, I thought he was in the Dorito 2 or the 100, and the other player can say, no, he moved to the 200 and then went inside, and then you get a fuller picture of what actually happened. So, CCP breaking out over here. They're staying short. They send 2 to the Dorito can. We haven't seen a lot of that, but then good secondaries up into the Snake Side Tower in the Dorito 1. Arsenal also gets 5 alive, it looks like, and they make it out to the Snake Side corner. He's going to shoot inside and hold up any center movement for TCP Machine.
Yeah, right now really trying to lock down that Dorito side. Player here for Arsenal.
Arsenal filling out into the Dorito 1, shooting inside and in the Snake at the same time. You love to see 2 players moving simultaneously. Arsenal also filling up into the Dorito side tower. The TCP players are going to have a tough time moving out of those Doritos with that Snake side tower.
Yeah, Ramirez number 17. Inside. Oh, he does lose Reese behind him, but Ramirez number 17 is in a good spot right now. They need to start pushing forward.
And they're in trouble now with Arsenal crawling into the 50 Snake. Arsenal up a body, now into the 50 Snake.
He's got to be careful, though. He does have a little bit of paint coming in at him. Hope he's going to get
no one down the wire. He's trying to shoot the Dorito 1.
He's just barely blocked out here by this pin.
But the Dorito 1 does get shot. So that's going to be just...
and
he shoots the Dorito side can as well. So this is what happens when someone gets uncontested into the Snake. He shoots the Snake can. So that's going to be a 2-pack, confirmed 2-pack. He's seen... Bomad hearing his buddy shoot a bunker, but TCP is going to save their last buddy in the Dorito 2. And Arsenal's going to go up 2-0.
Yeah, that's just phenomenal play there to close that out. Good field recognition there by number 22 from Arsenal. He was in the corner, found the gap, didn't get any pressure, was able to move up into the Snake, and really made the difference there as he wrapped and started closing things out. So great play there by Bomad, number 22 from Arsenal.
And now Killers and Noobies walking out. We're with the Killers.
Got Lembo, number 9 there.
Seabass. Sebastian Lopez, number 8, getting a spin out here. Look for him to go to either the Snake corner or the Snake off the break.
Mr. Patriot, 1776 out there. And 22, I think that's Blue, number 22 out there as well.
Yeah, Jackson Blue, Jit. Really athletic, aggressive team here from the Killers, but they also know how to play that slow ball. Even though they lost that last point, I was impressed with their patience. Noobies, let's see if they can continue to assert their will out here, but we're looking at the Killers breakout. Seabass looking like he's going to go snake off the break. Nope. He runs out to the corner, but he gets shot, and they lose their Dorito side can off the break. So great break shooting for the Noobies. Up 5-on-3 off the break. They don't press far at first, but then they get into the snake side wing.
They lost 2, so yeah. So again, 1776 gets shot out as well. So that's 2 tough losses there for the Noobies, as they are stuck in the back spots now. With, the Killers and Noobies having much better field position, as they're in the 40-yard line wedge from the snake side, and now moving up the Dorito side as well.
But I'd like to see that from number 31 on the Killers making a move, or maybe it's 21, Cole Vanhoff, making a move into the snake side, Dorito side wedge. He gets shot, but, it's a low percentage situation for the Killers, losing 2 bodies off the break, so you may as well push forward down to their last body, who sneaks into the juice box, going to try to make a desperation run here. But the Noobies are all over it.
Yeah, so are you talent it right now if you're the Killers?
Yeah, because that first point was so long. I mean, maybe you give your players a second to catch their breath. We're not panicked about the time yet.
Yeah, right around 10 minutes. By the time we hit the buzzer, probably right around there it is. So 10 minutes, 15 seconds left in that Noobies-Killers game. Noobies going to go up by 2, but Killers, plenty of time, not worried at all, going in and taking a deep breath. This is the time where you got to start retooling your game plan a little bit right now to figure out what's going right and what's going wrong.
Yeah, if you're the Killers, it's tough because you ran that corner. That's a little bit of a risk. You don't expect to get shot going to that Dorito tower. So that just tells you that the Noobies' guns are pretty dialed in. There's an interesting thing that Rusty Glaze discovered a long time ago, which is that people are far better shooting lanes on their right hand than their left. So in that situation, the Noobies were shooting the snake side with their right hand and were able to shoot the corner flare. So if you think one of those guns is shooting lefty, that might be the time to really test the gun.
Yeah, I mean, and out here, the versatility of the skill levels as well is you're going to see on these players, there's a lot of stuff. They have to be able to know how to shoot both sides. They have to be able to pick up and read situations. There's definitely a distinct level here that's so much closer to pro than any other division in the NXL.
So now we're looking at Arsenal going to that snake side tower off the break. TCP runs snake off the break, and they're able to make it under the gun. Arsenal also going to lose their back center out of off the break, and the snake player is able to shoot the snake side can. So TCP looking to crawl back into this one. Down 2 with 12:50 on the clock and up 2 bodies. It's a 5-on-3 situation in TCP's advantage. We're looking at the
AJ
TCP
Lawhead.
Dorito side, looking to make moves off of AJ Lawhead's aggression. He sneaks into the Dorito too, trying to gather some intel from his buddies. This number 17, Ramirez, sneaks out to the small Dorito, trying to spread the field a little bit for Arsenal.
Now, looks like Ganawicha here and AJ Lawhead doubling up in that 50-yard line. So AJ Lawhead's going to be in the 50 snake, and then Ganawicha is going to be in that 50 brick on the snake side. Oh, but they missed the move out from the player getting into the snake can.
But
AJ, picked him up.
Yeah.
What a shot by AJ Lawhead. This amazing high-level senior pro play there.
So the small Dorito for Arsenal is just trying to dump paint in this gap, trying to catch AJ Lawhead coming across, but AJ Lawhead gets on his belly, doesn't give his pack, and now he's going to clean up this game for TCP Machine.
Oh,
he shoots the snake side tower. Small Dorito gets smoked. TCP running through to get a point on the board and make this one interesting.
Great job by AJ Lawhead crawling under that lane. Coming in. He almost got caught, though. It was pretty close. He had a great drop shot there. So
yeah, I'd love to see that from AJ Lawhead. Especially in this 50 snake, we've seen a lot of players go out on the wire and leave their pack hanging for that Dorito wing. When you get into those tight spots, you can't give anything extra. Dave Adams, a legend of New England paintball, used to say, if you feel comfortable, you're not playing tight enough.
Oh, that's a great point to make. So good job here for TCP to come back a little bit on this one, making it a 1-point game.
Killers now coming out down 2-0 to the Noobies. That's Seabass pointing at the camera.
Hosky right there.
Saying no, we're not. Oh, that's Hosky, right?
Yeah,
we're not going
42.
out like that. Number 6. I don't have him written down. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. So for everybody at home, we try to ask for names and numbers every single event so we can say people's names right. We can get their numbers. Sometimes, unfortunately, players are wearing other players' jerseys because they lost their stuff at the airport and different things. So we try our best out here to introduce you to all the players. Some players have been around a lot longer, so it's easier to recognize them and pick them up a little bit. But some of the newer players, we just want to give you love and shine. So if you're a semi-pro team out there, get us the names and numbers and phonetically how to say them, and we'll give you some love.
So we're looking at the Killers breakout. Looks like they want to go deep snake side. Nope, he pulls up and shoots into the snake side tower, shooting across at the Noobies. Noobies staying short, but they do get into the Dorito side wing to shoot inside, slow down any snake attack for the Killers. The Killers are in that snake side wing. He's trying to back off and shoot that Dorito side wing. Interesting battle developing there.
And you're going to see so many different angles here on this field as some players are going to shoot high, some players are going to go extremely low.
So the tower player for the Killers slides into that snake side tower, and now he's going to look heads up because they already have that snake side wing on the inside. Now, those two Killers players really need to coordinate in the snake side tower and the snake side wing. They don't want to be doing the same job. Noobies are in the Dorito 3. The Noobies have had no real sense of urgency on the snake side. They've kind of been trying to be gun dominant and hold up the Killers' attack on the snake side and win with a slow and steady Dorito side push.
Yeah, definitely got to be careful right now as Kurt's kind of over-gun battling there, almost catches a hot one as he goes back in. They definitely know that he's there now.
Now the Noobies get into the snake for the first time.
Yeah, so you can see in there in Snake 2.
I think the Killers know he's there, and I think one Killers player is walking off.
I think it's Shoemaker
Hosky
right there.
does fill out to the snake side Aztec. Noobies,
he's calling him out. Ooh, okay, Kurt. Careful he didn't get a penalty there.
So the Noobies player pulling up into the 50 snake. If he looks inside, he can blow up the Dorito side wing. The Killers player is trying to rip that bounce shot off that brick. So far, it's all breaking on the bunker. Nothing coming in hot.
Yeah, definitely.
They're also trying off the pin, but that's not the bounce shot.
Got to be
Comes
careful
over the
right
top.
now.
You can see this Killers player wants to come into that snake side brick and bunker this Noobies player, number 20, Schumacher. And Schumacher, on the meantime, is about to get on the wrap.
Oh.
You see that he shoots one ball, and the Killers player now has to respect the wrap.
Gotta be careful.
Schumacher. Ooh, see what hot ones coming in from that snake side wing for the Killers. Schumacher wisely steps back. He's looking inside. He had a shot on that Dorito side wing for a second, but the Killers have picked him up. Now that Dorito wing player is playing extremely tight.
So as you can see on your screen right here, what my partner is talking about is that player in that little 40-yard line wedge for the Killers is staring at the 50-yard line player right here for the Noobies. He's stuck right now as he doesn't have a really good crossfield shot from where the Killers are. And if he wraps, it's a very risky move right now.
The problem is the Killers have two players doing the same job. You can see these two players, the snake side tower and the snake side wing, are both looking at this 50 snake player. If I'm the snake side tower player, I'm trying to do a tactical retreat and get a wire presence to match the Noobies.
Which is exactly what he did. So great job from Coach Mike here.
No, that was Shoemaker coming back to try to fool them. I'm talking about the Killers snake side tower player moving back.
Oh,
yeah, and then trying to get wide because the wing player can keep track of the 50 snake. The Noobies now, it's gotten very quiet out here. Another long point. The Killers are down 2. Only 7 minutes left now. The Noobies look content to communicate and keep their zones tight. They're also in the 50 snake. It's a very difficult spread for the Killers to break. The Killers coach is now thinking about blowing the towel. I guarantee it. If he doesn't see a move from his guys in the next 30 seconds to a minute, I would blow the horn because these guys need to get into an offensive posture down 2 points. You can't let 4 minutes come off here. Not one gun is firing out here right now. One of those rare moments of quiet tension on the paintball field.
If you're just now tuning in, the big point here is whoever wins this match moves into Sunday. Whoever loses this match potentially gets knocked out.
And you can feel that in the way they're playing. Everyone is afraid to make the mistake right here, except the Noobies have a huge advantage because they have a 2-point lead. They don't have to do anything, and they're in prime situation to allow the Killers to come forward and make a mistake. And if the Killers don't do anything, if you're the coach, you have to start thinking about blowing the horn. They need to get in an offensive posture. Mike Mason now thinking about coming through. He comes through the snake side wing. He hasn't heard a gun. Now he's going to go through and launch, shoot the snake wing, shoot the snake tower.
Huge. Oh, wait.
Schumacher playing off that. That's a major on the Noobies on Mike Mesa. They've pulled one. There's another Noobies player on the Dorito side of the field alive, I think. I think the Noobies are going to absorb this major and get this point. They will. So Mike Mesa runs through, shoots the snake side wing, shoots the snake side tower, catches a major penalty, but the Noobies are able to follow through and kill the last killer's body. And now the killers are letting time burn off. They finally blow the horn. Noobies taking a 3-0 lead with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left.
So even though Mike Mesa got that penalty, like you said, Noobies were able to eat the penalty, still had enough players left alive, and now going to go up 3-0 on the killers.
But still enough time to come back.
Still enough time to come back. Absolutely.
The Noobies have been in control of this match. I'd like to see the killers try to up the pace out here, run a snake off the break, or make a deep run. The Noobies are winning that controlled style. So we're hearing from Rob, the ultimate ref out here, that Mike Mesa traded with the first player, the snake side wing, and then continued to play on. He shot another player. When the difference between a minor and a major penalty is a major happens when you play on and then shoot another player. A minor is just for playing on.
And a red is a major. That means it takes you and 2 of your buddies with you. A minor is a yellow, which you take 1 and only 1 other person with you in that situation. So, like Mike was saying, usually major is an obvious hit that they keep playing. Minors are usually inobvious hits.
And a major is when you shoot somebody. That's a critical thing. Arsenal running snake off the break with a 1-point lead, but he gets shot. Huge opportunity here for TCP as they get into the snake. So they have dominance on the snake side wire and their upper body. For TCP, ref running in to check the TCP player, calls him out.
Shot in the pod pack.
4-on-4. TCP actually loses their Dorito 1, so it's 4-on-3. Arsenal advantage with a 1-point lead. Rolling their gun from that Dorito 1.
Yeah, that is a tough death there.
TCP in the snake side tower and the snake side can. Snake side tower is now looking heads up. Stuck in the pocket right now. He makes a move into the snake side wing, catching some heat on the way in there from the Dorito brick player for Arsenal. He's really wigging around out there.
Yeah, awesome. Great job here. Coming through.
TCP comes into the snake.
Big
Arsenal
bugger.
comes through.
Oh my goodness, what a shot.
That was nearly a penalty on
Ref
the
gonna check
TCP
him.
player. I don't even think he got shot.
No, it was an awesome
really nice
run
move.
through.
I think it was Lopez over there. Coming through, understanding that they're up bodies, runs down a TCP player. Arsenal going to take a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, awesome job there. So amazing play from the snake player there, picking that up, running all the way down and bunkering that body.
Yeah, really nice job by Arsenal to keep their composure, even though they lost their snake player off the break. And I really like that play call, up a point, running snake off the break, even though it didn't work out this time.
Yeah, so we had a little special guest stop by the booth, John Dresser, amazing paintball legend here, stopping by to talk to us real quick and just show us some cool little Team USA stuff here.
The PB Nation, John from PB Nation.
Back in the day. So, yeah, I mean, again, amazing sponsors out here. Love the community. And again, if you have not already, go check out all of our sponsors: Pro Sharp, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Die Paintball, Sup Air, and DLX Lux, providing this amazing experience we have on this NXL Premier Field, streaming live and free all weekend long.
Looking at the Killers breakout here. Running Sebastian Lopez out to the snake side Aztec. Getting into the Dorito wing, looking snake way off the break. So I like seeing the Killers getting a little snake side wide presence off the break against the Noobies. They've been lacking that. Schumacher
takes a hard bounce off the back.
Takes a hard bounce in the snake side can for the Noobies. 5-on-5 point out here. Killers now filling into the snake side tower. Now he can slow up any movement on the Dorito side. Sebastian Lopez's bunker is getting hammered by the Dorito side tower for the Noobies. He's going to try to find a way to get into that snake because the Killers, they have time, but not a ton of time. You can see from Sebastian's posture that he really wants to get into the snake. He's checking over the top to figure out who's holding him up.
Yeah, they do not want him to get in the snake,
and you can see the Noobies player on the Dorito side tower is just loading pod after pod. He's reaching for the next one, not nonstop firing from the Dorito side tower, who's in the center of your screen there. He's trying to keep Sebastian on his toes, fire irregularly on both sides of the bunker. Make sure Seabass can't put him in and go. Seabass is letting his mid players know it's the tower that's holding me up. It's the tower that's holding me up. Great move by the Killers off that. He's going to move in the snake side wedge. Now he's going to try to come inside and see if he can get some heat on that tower and free up Sebastian Lopez to get in the snake. That's Seabass right there wrapping his bunker, trying to put the tower in.
Killers player there in the center, almost taking a hot one.
Yeah, he had that little hot jump back.
Gotta
really
be careful
catches
there.
One. He's trying to get creative to find a way to put that tower and to free up Seabass. Seabass needs to get down the field. The Killers don't have a Dorito side presence. Oh, the Killers do. They have that Dorito side wing, but he's playing defensively, and the Noobies are in no hurry to go anywhere. This is what the Noobies want to do right now is, take time off the clock, play smart, communicate, and wait for the Killers to jump into their guns.
That's what I was going to say. 5-on-5 right now. No one has dropped a body yet. This is where everyone's taking it very seriously. The Killers know they need to score some quick points, but the Noobies are just, happy just to sit in their bunkers.
They need this point, the Killers.
Badly.
As the more time runs off, the more important this comes. They're down 3. Seabass, now, you get later in the point, now this Noobies player can't dump nonstop. He's keeping Sebastian contained, but eventually he's going to start running low on paint, and Seabass is going to have to make that jump. Eventually you have to take the risk and go. You obviously don't want to throw your body away, but it's got to happen soon.
Yeah, they're going to be careful right now. Too much time ticking off as Noobies just burning this clock right now. Under 3 minutes left to go. Killers need 3 points to even tie it up.
Seabass is worried about a snake side presence filling out wide. It's not going to happen. All he needs to worry about is that tower and getting on the wrap, making him uncomfortable. Now he's trying to do it. He's gun battling a little bit, switching sides. He's going to try to come inside and just put a shot on that tower and switch and go. He does it. I think he got shot on the inside by the Noobies player.
But
the ref behind him says no.
Yeah,
so Seabass is going to crawl into the 50 snake. This is exactly what the Killers needed. Still 5 alive. The Noobies picked it up. They're all calling it. He checks down the wire. He gets scared from his buddy's ball.
Yeah,
now he wraps on the snake side can. I don't think he shot him. Noobies fill into the Dorito 3 to get some presence. Good job by Seabass going all the way. He's going to pop up from the Killers snake 1 and kill that snake tower. He lines up and shot it. Oh, he gets shot though. Seabass.
Oh, wow.
Seabass trades. He's lucky he doesn't get a major there.
Oh, he definitely gets a minor.
He does get a minor penalty there for taking 1 shot too many. So that's going to really hurt the Killers' chances here. They're coming through the middle now. They can't afford to take all day now.
Yeah, and
I think it's 3-4 for the Noobies and
I think 2 bodies less alive. Right now
3 for the Killers. 3 for the Killers. The Noobies lose another, so now it's a 3-on-3, a minute 44 here. The Killers need to get on their horses. They're taking far too long here. They don't have time to close this slowly. They lose another body. It's almost, it's not quite curtains, but it's just about curtains for the Killers here as the Noobies have played dominant zone control paintball in this match so far, up 3-0 with just a minute 30 left as the Killers' chances dwindle with each passing second.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tough one for the Killers as, again, if you're the coach of the situation, what do you do? I mean, do you try to blow the towel, hopefully try to score 3? Or there's just
you
nothing.
Need 4 at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
You're preparing to scream at your players is what you're doing if you're the coach. You're saying, this is not the style of ball we play. We're an offensive-minded team, and we took too long there. Seabass had the right idea of getting into the snake, but then he just overextended it a little bit. I don't like that move. At the time, I liked it. Yeah. I don't want to coach the result, right? So he made a nice move into the snake 1 and then just traded when he really needed to live and take at least 2 or 3 with him.
Yeah, I mean, good highlight jump there over the snake by number 9, but it's just going to be too little too late as Noobies are just going to literally sit in the back bunker, sit on their guns, knowing that there's 34 seconds left. Even if the Killers are able to pull this off, it's only going to be 1 point. They need, at that point, 3 to win. It's just not going to be enough. They need 2 just to tie it up if they win this. But
and if you're the Killers, you can't be alive at this end of this point. You need to die on your sword. Oh, I love the Noobies player coming to bunker him. He knows the match is over. Going to try to get some from him. Go down under 10 seconds.
Yeah,
9 seconds.
Don't put a point on the board there just to have something.
Out. Yeah,
but
the Killers coach is going to be very upset with what happened there. What I would have liked to see.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one there. Unfortunately, in that specific match for Killers Noobies, it's pretty much over. They have 9 seconds left. Now, yesterday we did see the Jesters play a 9-second point, The only reason you would even do something like that is just to try for the other team to get a major penalty, becomes a swing point. But it's going to be a tough one. They're trying to decide right now.
Killer said they're not going to play it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so they're going to burn it off. So Noobies Killers not going to play it. They are going to burn it off. So that match is done. We have some great sets coming up for you again this afternoon, but the last set in the day after this one's over. So Arsenal TCP still playing. Paintball Fit and Carolina Crisis headed up next in that set. New Jersey Jesters, Ruthless Factory as well. Ruthless Factory is and Jesters, I believe, are unfortunately, no matter who wins that one, they're both out. But PB Fit has great implications here. If they win, they coast their way into Sunday. So on the breakout here, tons of time left. 3-on-1, 10 minutes. The snake player makes it in TCP machine. AJ Lawhead looks like he takes a hard dive, knocks the wind out of himself.
He got shot in the leg, and I think ditched it on the dive, and also knocked the wind out of himself.
Oh, that's a tough one.
He's going to be alive. TCP does lose a player off the Dorito side. They fill a player out that way. I think it's 5 alive for Arsenal. No, 1 coming off for Arsenal, so it's 4-on-4. AJ Lawhead with no one on his wire out here. TCP also in the snake side wedge, playing heads up. Arsenal is aware there's some snake presence.
And right now, TCP, they're stuck in that snake one. AJ has to try to make a move up into the snake to make something have to get those crossfield shots.
Yeah, they have time, but you would like to see him in the 50 snake with nothing stopping him from going forward.
Yeah, Ramirez on your screen from Arsenal number 17, wheeling and dealing down the Dorito side. You can see here in the snake, AJ Lawhead still stuck in that snake one. Now finally making the move in.
Oh, I think he hurt himself.
He dislocated. I tell you what, his pro career, he had several shoulder issues, so he may have hurt or maybe even dislocated his shoulder on the dive in.
Yeah, the way he's holding his right arm right now.
He's having some issues right now. Then you hate to see that.
I don't know. I don't think it's dislocated, but I think he just really threw himself off, maybe bruised a rib or something on that heavy dive in.
Yeah.
Now he's looking over the top.
Yeah, AJ Lawhead
shooting
always
at that
known.
Dorito side can. Now he sneaks into the 50 snake.
He's
Arsenal knows he's there. Tries to come out wide and shoot him and catches one.
Oh, he gets a shot on the can too as well. So great job. AJ Lawhead's getting 2. Is he going to get 3? So he's shooting towards that Dorito side. He knows he's there. He's calling it out. He's going to try to get the big Dorito.
He's calling it over and over again, the 100. That's their code for the Dorito one. Now he comes out inside. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, and he's going to get the kill. So great job there, AJ Lawhead. I mean, he's a tough, grimy guy, right? So, for him, a very good job getting in there. Yeah.
So TCP.
So here we got amazing Team USA shirts right now. So let's see. So Trent Nita here, number 86, Team USA. And then we also have the Team USA jerseys as well. John Dresser brought those over to us to look at. Amazing. I'm pretty sure you can order some of these and pick some of these up to Team USA Paintball to help support it. So great job. Obviously, Nita, pro player there. So, yeah, this is just amazing sponsors we have here and just trying to give love to everybody in the sport. And we have great matches going on. So if you're just now tuning in, we do have paintball all weekend long, live and free. We also will be giving away this amazing BKI Most Valuable Player Award as well. So fully functioning, custom engraved, custom colored powerhouse rig that's going to go to the semi-pro player for this field that played the absolute best. So
who do you got so far? Who's your early favorite?
Man, it's realistically right now, I think you can't take away the highlights we had from Haber for Monday, for Friday. But who do you liking on Saturday so far?
I don't know. You know why? Because I was trying to think of someone on PB Fit, but they really played that team ball. There wasn't one standout over there, so I'm not sure.
I mean, Trent Mason pulled off a huge save there, that last one, getting that snapshot
on Steve Schloss. He's standing right here.
But
making a hit call on the sideline. He's got the tall Bud Light in his hand.
Yeah, and we're going to be very fortunate to have a special guest. Steve Schloss is actually going to come in the booth for the next set and hang out with Coach Mike here, who's been doing a phenomenal job all weekend long. Great relationship they have.
Our friendship's 17 years old. It can almost buy cigarettes.
Wow, look at that. So great paintball community here as trying to figure out a little bit of a technical timeout right now, trying to figure out what's going on here with Arsenal and TCP Machine. A little bit of chaos that last point. Some penalties flew kind of last second. So hope AJ Lawhead's okay as he did take a hard hit there. AJ, You okay? Yeah, he's giving me the okay. He's the thumbs up.
Iffy.
Yeah, he took if you've seen the last match, he took a hard dive in on that snake one. And again, though, real grimy guy, just like he's used to playing in the mud and the dirt. I mean, he was one of the toughest dudes on Chicago Aftershock.
Those Midwest players, like the Northeast players, playing a lot of bad weather, play indoor paintball.
Yeah,
it's not 80 and sunny every day like those West Coast teams, like those Texas teams. But hey, it's hard playing in the heat too.
Yeah, so looks like TCP gonna start down a body.
Down a body for TCP. Interesting. I'm assuming it was playing on at the end there. It's weird that they got the point though, right? They were down 3-0.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it was a no point.
I don't think they got the point. We're gonna get some clarification here from the from the head ref on the field. Oh, okay. All right, so little clarification here going on right now from. So it's a 4-1. So wow. So Mike, go ahead. Let the audience know what the head ref told you.
So TCP coming through at the end there. One of the players shoots the Arsenal's last player, has hits on his arm and gun, and tries to wipe it as he's hitting the buzzer. So that's a gross major penalty. TCP did not have enough bodies to pull, which makes it a swing point in Arsenal's favor. They'll also start with 4 bodies. One of their players has his hands up like, this is unfair, this is unjust, I didn't do anything, I swear, I've never cheated.
I don't cheat, I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's too late, the ultimate has made his call, so TCP is going to be down 3. They have 8 minutes left, they have time to come back, but it's just going to be difficult. Those are momentum killers.
So if you are unfamiliar with the structure of refs on the Premier Field and all the fields, so there are refs in black and white that you'll see who are the referees. There's, all around. There is a head ref in the red and white, and then there's an ultimate as well. So the ultimate is essentially the Jason Trozen of the Premier Field here, and he's the one that makes all the final calls. He's got some comments here. What you got to say, Ron?
So Rob is talking to Vince right now, feeding him the info.
Man, so essentially what he said was, and this is a mental error here, he said if the last TCP player that didn't walk off, it would have been a no point instead of a swing point.
So that's why all the players listening, don't walk off the field until the flag, the hang is good.
Yes, so TCP kind of shoot themselves in the foot on that one. 7 minutes, 56 seconds left.
They run snake off the break. I love that play call in this situation. And they shoot a body for Arsenal off the break. So TCP evening things up and getting off the snake. You love to see this adverse situation, down points, and they get a tough call.
Yeah.
And answering it.
Here in the snake, trying to move up, do some work. He's getting into snake 2 right now, trying to figure out where the shots are.
He's got an Arsenal player in the snake corner down the wire that he has to be aware of.
Got to be careful here.
Arsenal player in the snake corner knows he's got a snake player for TCP in front of him, trying to keep him in check, trying not to allow him to go into the 50 snake.
So good job here trying to find the seam.
Arsenal also has the Dorito side tower who knows the snake there. He's trying to keep him in check. Ref running into check, an Arsenal player in the corner. He pulls him, so it's going to be 4-on-3 in TCP's favor.
Lucky he didn't get a penalty on that one. Ref was checking him for quite a long time.
Arsenal is in the Dorito 3, so they have some offense on the far side of the field. The TCP player really needs to get it on his horse. And TCP throws a body away on a secondary into one of the towers.
But look at that Dima getting up here in the 50-yard line snake right now.
3-on-3. TCP in the 50 snake. He's got no one talking to him right now, so he's a little worried. Arsenal has lost their corner player.
Yes.
So it's just the D-side tower in the Dorito 3 for Arsenal. TCP starting to figure it out.
Whoa, no.
What a shot cross field from Arsenal.
Wow.
The D3 player shooting inside, catches TCP, trying to jump the gap instead of crawl the gap. Costly mistake for TCP there. They had a big advantage. Now I think it's a 2-on-2 situation. Arsenal with a lead, and the clock is in their favor. So expect for them to slow play this. TCP, this player needs to start being offensive minded. Arsenal's not going to come to him. He has to go to them. He does not know he lost his snake player. So I think he's waiting for his snake player to generate some offense. You're looking at Fram number 12 for Arsenal. I'm not sure who their Dorito player.
And it's going to make it very interesting, though, because right now, especially as we're working into the kind of later part.
Another death for TCP.
Morning.
I think there's just one body left, and he's going to launch. That's a smart move in a desperate situation.
Yeah, I got to be careful right now. So
Arsenal just content to run time off the clock here and let the last TCP player try to make something happen out of desperation. Got a ton of refs around him.
So if Arsenal wins this one big, they have a chance of making into Sunday, as Carolina Crisis is 0 or 1-2. They have a good points margin though, and for Arsenal, they are sitting at a 0.5. So,
but they're about to go up 5-1 on TCP and
Yeah.
looking like a mercy rule. I'm almost certain that a mercy rule for Arsenal would guarantee Sunday for them.
yeah, unless I think
Crisis also has a mercy rule.
So that's the way it sits right now. So if Crisis also has a mercy rule in their last one, I think they'll make it in over Arsenal by 0.15.
But who's Crisis playing?
So
I'm pretty sure it's PB Fit.
You know what?
They're
Double check it real quick for the after. So it is PB Fit.
So Crisis in one of the most adverse point situations you can face, where you need a mercy rule over PB Fit to probably make Sunday.
Yeah.
Unless, there's 5 minutes left. This match is not over. It's not guaranteed that Arsenal's going to win by mercy. And as we saw yesterday, TCP played pretty well with their back against the wall.
Absolutely.
So if you're a Crisis, you are a TCP fan right now. Don't give up. Try to fight back. Make this one close and give us a shot to beat PB Fit and move on.
Yeah, I mean, right now, really, I think you broke it down perfectly. I mean, Arsenal, fighting back, looked like at the beginning of the tournament, not looking good for them going 1-1 on the day, but coming back now, they definitely have a chance to make up for that kind of heartbreaker loss they had earlier.
And they're showing experience too, coming out playing better today than they did yesterday, and having the poise to respond to an adverse situation earlier and come back and still have their confidence and play really good team paintball out here. We're really starting to see what winning paintball looks like out here, right? And it's zone control and taking advantage of off the break advantages.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. If you're just now tuning in, you can watch all of this paintball action back Friday and then this morning match. So if you go to the NXL Facebook page, go to the videos, you can watch back the morning and the afternoon brackets so far. So as we get back on the field here for Arsenal and TCP Machine, Arsenal up right now 5-1, 5 minutes left to go. I mean, still, like I said, plenty of time to come back. Plenty of time. I mean, if Arsenal TCP scores some quick points, which they've done. They did 2 matches in a row yesterday.
Yeah, so AJ Lawhead, that's him playing the snake side can, right? I think they're keeping him short now. They do send someone else to the snake off the break. They do lose their snake side tower off the break for TCP, so it's going to be tough. Arsenal gets out to the snake corner, so the TCP player has someone keeping him contained.
So they haven't caught it yet, but the TCP player actually got shot running into the snake, and he slid it off on his way in. So good job by the TCP player in the snake staying alive. Oh, but he gets caught cross field.
I think might have actually been down the wire or a bounce shot. I'm not sure.
I think it was a bounce shot. You can see he got hit in the barrel on the way in the leg, and then he gets that headshot from the. It might have been the bounce shot. You might be right.
Legging out, keeping his gun up. AJ Lawhead to the corner, but they lose another body, so not looking good here for TCP. Staring down a mercy rule loss. They do get into the 50 Dorito brick, and AJ Lawhead in the corner on your screen. They're going to need a miracle. Arsenal getting into the snake. TCP does not know he's in there. Arsenal just going to come up in snake 2 and try to communicate. AJ Lawhead moving over to the Dorito side can now. It's a 1-on-4 or 1-on-5 situation. So, and they need it. They can't concede because they're down 4. So it's a mercy rule situation. And Arsenal is still shooting at the snake side corner. So this is, AJ Lawhead sneaking to the Dorito side, but he gets picked up by somebody and killed. So it's going to be a mercy rule victory for Arsenal. They haven't figured out that TCP is all done for. Going to end their tournament 0-4 on a mercy rule loss, which is really tough. But you've got to try to keep your heads up if you're TCP and leave it in Chicago. Don't bring it home with you.
Yep, and I mean, there's still a chance in Cup, right? Still a chance in Cup. They're able to come back and put some points up. Unfortunately, just a tough tournament for them. Now, they had moments of greatness, though, where they came back 2 quick points on both teams they faced Friday. Looked like they were going to do well today. But unfortunately, just tough. That's going to be a heartbreaker here for TCP. As Rodham here. So 4 bodies live. So not only do they win, Arsenal win, they win in convincing fashion here for the last one. So. Yeah, that's going to be it for the day. We're going to go ahead and throw the schedule up on the screen, too, so we can talk about last sets coming in here. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, ProSharp, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Die Paintball, Sup Air, DLX. We are coming here to the end of the morning sets so far. One more set left in the day, PB Fit versus Carolina Crisis, New Jersey Jesters versus Ruthless Factory. We're here at the NXL Windy City Major outside Gaelic Park, outside Chicago, Illinois. So if you haven't already, tune in, share out everything. NXL Live, free and live all weekend long. We have a great event going on. All bunch of vendors out here as well. So again, I'm Vince Cunningham from Let's Talk Paintball. I'm going to take a little break as Coach Mike Jeffries here is going to bring in one of his friends, Steve Schloss from PB Fit. So
No, Preferred Mob.
Preferred Mob. My bad. I said PB Fit.
Good.
Look at the screen. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break and see you soon.